No Bad Vibes TV, and it's me, Chris the Enlightened. And you know what? Right now, I'm here to talk about why I hate religion totally. Basically, for those viewing my page for the first time, I am Chris NDE, aka Chris the Enlightened, aka the Muffin Man. Holla back. But basically, I'm an NDEer. What that is near-death experiencer. Had an out-of-body experience and a spiritual transformation. 7 years ago, died. Actually, am a suicide survivor. Killed myself. Jumped out of a moving car. Basically, the whole thing is in my book, Boom, The Life and Times of a Suicide Near-Death Experiencer. Link will be in the description. Also, those are just for the ones visiting my page for the first time. Basically, a breakdown. I met my guardian angels. It was the whole thing was wild. But yeah, I have a video that says I met my guardian angels. If you look at my videos and find that video, you could basically see and hear the audible of the actual experience. And you can look up and down my videos. I mean, I have a lot of videos that talk about what happened to me. So this video alone is just talking about, like, basically why I hate religion. I think when I was a little kid, and basically hello to all the other current subscribers, people that are already used to how crazy I am. I want to welcome you guys back and say thank you for coming, back to my channel. So, okay, I'm going to talk about why I hate religion, like, with a passion. And the reason why is because when I was a little kid, I grew up Baptist Christian. And basically, there's so many, like, religious background. There's so many, like, religious denominations to where you get confused. It's like you have Christian, you have Catholic, you have, freaking Mormon, Jehovah's Witness, like, whatever religion. And it's like, it's more like, even with the Christian religion, you have Pentecostal, you have Baptist, there's so many other different, like, denominations just in the Christianity alone. And I grew up in Baptist Christian church, but I've also been to Pentecostal churches. I've also been to many other churches. And these Christian churches that I grew up in, they shunned, like, Catholic churches. And I would have questions like, okay, well, what if I went to a Catholic church? And this is me, like, 5-6 years old. I was just a curious kid. I'm like, inquiring minds want to know. I was very inquisitive, But and I would always ask, like, the pastor questions, and, like, they would always tell me, don't question God. Or basically, they would even tell me all the other religions are gonna burn in hell because they're not Christianity. And it's like, the stuff I would see in these churches, there are people here that are telling you not to have sex before marriage. But yet, at this very church, here's the pastor dipping out on his wife. And I'm like, man, like, somebody actually came up to me and said, hey, guess what? Did you hear about the pastor? I'm like, no, what happened? And it was like, oh, yeah, the pastor got caught dipping. And I was like, dipping? What do you mean by that? And they're like, yeah, the pastor was dipping with another girl. And I was like, what? Yeah, she's a stripper, dude. I'm like, what? She's a stripper. So it's like, these are the type of churches I grew up in. When these same people are telling me you're going to burn in hell for wearing a shirt. Because I had this one shirt that had said Torres on it, right? And a lot of the Christian churches basically are against, like, astrology and all types of stuff like that. So when you say stuff about your zodiac sign, they automatically send you to hell. They condemn you, like, right away. Like, there's nothing you could do about it. And me, I was like, this don't sound right. Something is wrong with this. Because my thing is, like, with religion. Oh, and another thing. Also, the families I lived with, we went to church every other freaking day. And these people are mean as hell. They're whooping my ass every day with anything they could think of, for any reason they could think of. And it's like, they downgrade you. They say bad things about you, like how retarded you are, all types of stuff. Now, these same type of people, basically, I grew up with. And this is the Christian people I've been around. The thing is, at the churches we would go to, those people, other people in the churches were just like them. And it's like, I also noticed, I went to a Pentecostal church with my friend Eric. This is still Christianity, but it's Pentecostal. And actually, in my book, I brought it up. And basically, okay, the way the Pentecostal church was set up, where as soon as you walk in, okay, on one side it has the rich people on one side, and then it has the middle class people on one side. Then on the other side, they got the poor people. And it's like, that's how it was. And one time I noticed that. So I told my friend, I said, hey, you know what we should do? I said, what I want to do is, I basically want to see what they would do if we sit in the rich area. Because we were nowhere near the rich area. We were like in the heart of the hood, you know what I mean? So basically we belonged like in the poor people / middle class people, you know, section. And, because like they had poor pews, middle class pews, rich people pews. So I was like, you know what we should do? I was like, let's go sit in the rich people pews to see what happens. So we did that. And yeah, basically they looked at us like, oh my gosh, are they really sitting there? Oh my God, I can't believe it, Becky. Oh my God, Becky, they're sitting there. So, I mean, to me, I eventually moved back to the poor area, but I just wanted to basically make a point to them, kind of saying like, hey, I know what the fuck you're doing, you know, and I'm sorry for the language and stuff like that, you know. I'm trying to really stop, because a lot of people are going to be looking at these videos, and I'm really trying to make the right impression. All I know is I spread love, but all I know is that we're not judged about a freaking word. But I'm going to do the best I can to keep the junk words out of my mouth, so I'm sorry about that, the F-bomb and stuff like that. So yeah, so I'm going to read a passage in my book, Boom, The Life and Times of a Suicide Near-Death Experiencer. Like I said before, link will be in the description. I'm going to read a passage from my chapter called Powder's Convenient House. And basically, it's going to be like a good-sized paragraph, so kind of bear with me, but it's just kind of like going with my point on how the reason why I hate religion. Okay, so it says chapter 8 in my book, and it's called, you know, Potter's Convenient House. So here we go. A part of this passage, I said, the church's main focus was on hell. According to them, even if you lived your whole life right, only to make one mistake before the end, then you will go to hell. To them, God was this angry person who did not want any sin near him. They told me that God didn't even know you until you went in front of the church to be saved. Something didn't sound right to me about that. Now, any NDEer knows God loves you either way, and He knows you either way. So basically, when these churches are telling me that God doesn't know you, that doesn't make sense. So I said, why would going in front of the congregation make any difference when God knew everything about us? Because you would always have to go in church in front of everybody and be embarrassed. Like, that's how you get saved. You go in front of the church, and then other people come, and then they pray for you. But these same people are committing these crazy, what they call sins outside of the church, like cheating on each other and, you know, doing all types of stuff. But yet, these people are the ones that are supposed to go up to the church in front of everybody and pray for you. And basically, if you confessed one sin, you can't be like in the sound music ministry. You can't do none of that. You can't be in the pulpit. You can't play instruments. You can't do any of that for at least like 6 months. That's the type of church this was. So I'm like, okay. So I said there were so many rules and regulations. This was the type of church where people were not supposed to have TVs in their home, but yet, and computers were sinful too. They read Christian magazines, and that was about it. Funny thing about that is, with this church, that's what they did. But I mean, they threw little functions and stuff, but these same people that claim they're so religious would deny the poor people to go to their clean homes because they didn't want to get their furniture dirty. You know, those are the Pentecostal churches I've been to. The Baptist churches I went to, there were people fresh off the street trying to come in and, you know, like, just be saved. But no, people are just, oh my God, Becky, why is he here? Why is he wearing those clothes? The churches I went to were how you were dressed. It was a fashion contest. And the people I went with went for fashion contests, not for actually to spread love. So it took me to basically have a near-death experience for me to actually see God's love was real. Another reason I totally hate religion to the core is because of it causes wars. Like there's a lot of people out there that are arguing with each other over what religion is right and which religion's gonna make it to heaven, which religion's going to hell. And it's just like, people, we are all loved. Like, why is there one religion that's right? I feel like, honestly, if there was supposed to be one religion, then it would, be one religion. It wouldn't be confusing. There's nothing confusing about God. I think that certain evil people just made it that way thousands and thousands of years ago. That's another reason why I don't I don't trust 100% of the King James Bible that Christians use. I trust some things in there. I know it's going to cause controversy. That's probably going to be the next video on reasons I don't like the Bible very much, because I have a lot of stuff to say about that. But I might talk about that on my next video. But for now, we're just going to stick to why I hate religion. It scared me. It scared the dog out of me. It scared me. Because I thought I was going to die if I thought I was going to burn and die when I sinned, and it's like, oh my gosh, the people at these churches would even ask you, if it was your last day, and you went outside, and a car just happened to hit you, where you think you go? And I'd be like, I think I'll make it. And they'd be like, oh, that's cute, you think you're going to make it? God don't know you, but he made me? Something isn't right about that. But yeah, so religion, that's pretty much a few reasons why I don't really like religion very much. This might cause some controversy, but I'm Chris NDE, aka Chris the Enlightened, aka Chris the Muffin Man. I pretty much say what I feel, and this is No Bad Vibes 7. It's No Bad Vibes TV. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy this video. Next time will definitely be why I hate the Bible. I'm gonna talk about that next time. It's gonna be tight. So with that being said, remember to spread love, stay weird, stay different, and just remember that with all these religions, I'm not knocking these religions, by the way. There's religions that have truth in it. I'm not saying don't be religious, but what I'm saying is, just don't overdo it, because religion will make you judge. It will make you scared. Religion will scare you, and that's not God. God is not confusing. God is not hateful. God is not like that. So that's what a lot of religions teach. And another thing about religion, it's money based. So a lot of it is based on money. How much money, can we get? Even in churches, the pastors get paid a certain amount, and then the organ players get paid. There's people who get paid in church, and it makes me wonder, would they still be going to these churches every week from their heart, playing for God, if they weren't on payroll? I don't know. I don't think half of them would be. But who am I to say, But that's just that's what I grew up around. So yeah, that being said, I'm out of here. Got a lot of things to do. And stay weird, stay different, and it's all love, and it's no bad vibes. Sorry, I took a lot of pause because I got a notification, and but anyway, so with that being said, it's no bad vibes. Love y'all, appreciate y'all. It's all love. We're out.